There is a rumor going around right now that we may be getting our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version 2.0.0 tonight. People are saying it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time zone, so, you know, convert for yourself. And that's only in a few hours. This is coming from a data miner called Oatmeal Dome. I'll put a link in the description of this video to that data mine. And yeah, so we may be getting our version 2.0.0 update. We're going from, I think, version 1.2.1, so that's a pretty big update. Most likely we should be getting something pretty major here. The deadline for redeeming the code for the character Piranha Plant ends at the end of January, which is only a couple of days away. So obviously one of the most likely things we may be getting in this is Piranha Plant. So I don't know if that means we're actually going to get Piranha Plant tonight, or maybe they'll hold it off until February, but maybe this update is setting up for that. People have been waiting all month for a Nintendo Direct, and we're closing in on the end of January here, and we still don't have one. So there's kind of some rumors that maybe we'll have one on Thursday. We'd probably hear about that tomorrow if that's the case. So maybe this update is happening and preparing for some Nintendo Direct that will then reveal that Piranha Plant will be available February 1st. That's kind of just all speculation, but a lot of people are thinking that might be the case here. It does feel kind of all of a sudden to get Piranha Plant, possibly tonight or even possibly, you know, February 1st, which would be Friday. But it is possible. We have known about Piranha Plant for a few months now, and there hasn't been a Nintendo Direct in a while. So if, say, there was one on Thursday, that would set up for Piranha Plant the next day. It might be something Nintendo might go for. Okay, so let's just put Piranha Plant aside for a second, and I just want to talk about some predictions and other possibilities for what we might be getting in this update. First off, the most likely thing is balancing patches. We'll almost certainly be getting some buffs and possibly nerfs to characters and mechanics in the game. That seems obvious. This is a pretty big update, so yeah, I mean, at the very least, there'll probably be a lot of things like that going on here. Personally, as a Little Mac main, and Zero just came out with a video saying Little Mac is the worst character in the game, I would love to get some buffs to some of the lower tier characters. I play Little Mac, I play Bowser Jr., I play Kirby. These are all considered low tier characters right now, so I'd love to get some buffs to them. As far as nerfs go, I actually think the game is pretty well balanced, and I don't want to see too many characters get nerfed too hard, but I would really like to see the burying mechanic, the mechanic where you get like buried, like by Inkling's roller, for instance. I'd like that to be nerfed. Maybe something like less knockback from getting hit out of being buried, or just you're left in the buried state for less time. Both those things I think would improve greatly. Some of the worst things going on in the game right now involve being buried and then getting a free, basically, kill attack out of that. Now, some other things we might be getting here is some new modes or something. Again, this is a pretty big leap. We're going from, I think, 1.2.1 to 2.0.0. That's a really huge update, so there's got to be some reason for that. If it's not Piranha Plant, or even if it is Piranha Plant plus balancing patches, there might be some other stuff. So one possibility is more game modes. There was a rumor a while back that we would get like a day one patch that would add home run contest or something to the game, some new modes that weren't found in the original data mine before the game came out. So that's a possibility. I think the data for the game has like some music tracks for things like home run contests that aren't being used. So that's a possible one. A stage creator would be amazing. I don't know if they'd go that far to add something that big, but that would be an awesome mode to add. Break the targets, just, you know, some classic skill-based modes, that would be cool to add. A boss rush mode would be cool. We have that odd thing where Porky isn't in the game in any form. He's not a spirit. He's not referenced as a boss when all the other bosses are. So maybe adding something like a boss rush mode could add in Porky back into the game, and he could kind of be the face of that. So that would be a cool update they could do. And maybe they could add back in like the custom moves. I wasn't a huge fan of that myself. I know the Mii's kind of still have that, but maybe they could add something like that back in. That would probably involve a pretty big update. Now, if, say, Piranha Plant does get added in, we're never told if he was going to get a stage or not. All the other DLC fighters are getting a stage associated with them, and if you look at the stage select screen, there's actually 6 spots for missing stages, not 5. So is it possible if Piranha Plant does get in, we also get a stage alongside with them? Could happen. And then finally in this update, it's possible that data miners will be able to look at it and maybe find some new stuff out about the fighter stats for the mysterious codenamed character Brave. Maybe we'll have a better idea of who that might be. Those stats could always be updated, and maybe that'll show up in like a new version like this. So that would give us a lot of new information about that character, especially being able to see where they maybe initially had the character to any changes they made. It will give us a better idea who that might be. I'm still thinking it's probably Erdrick, though. Also possible, data miners may find some new code names in the data for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate when this version rolls out. So that could be really interesting. We might be able to get some new name to try to discuss which character that might stand for. So we'll find out tonight in just a few hours what this actually has in store for us. It's kind of the big question right now whether or not Piranha Plant gets in, or maybe Piranha Plant gets in but is actually coming out in a couple days from now. Like I said, maybe we'll get a Nintendo Direct. We had a leak for Assassin's Creed 3 on Switch a few days ago, so that does kind of make me think that a Nintendo Direct may happen pretty soon, possibly this Thursday or maybe early in February. At any rate, seems like Piranha Plant should come pretty soon because his amiibo gets released on February 15th. So what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to get Piranha Plant as early as tonight? Do you think we're going to get him maybe in a couple days? Do you think we're going to get a Nintendo Direct in a couple days, or possibly in early February or something? Do you think Piranha Plant will coincide with a Nintendo Direct, or do you think they're just going to drop him on us out of nowhere? Or do you think this version 2.0.0 is just kind of going to be balancing patches and stuff, or maybe balancing patches plus some new mode or something? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.